right. Hello. Good day. This recording is for you, Crystal, as well as whoever else in the future I need to be training to use OpenAI, and how that works with um, my content creation process. So this is OpenAI chat. I wish if I had started from the beginning so you could see, but I'm just gonna go through my thought process. So what are we going to be doing today is basically creating content for the LGX, also called UI Express, Instagram slash Facebook account. So just to show you, this is the content of Office Olympics, for competitions to boost team spirit, um, Office Year Race, paper airplane accuracy challenge, the desk organizer shuffle, and that type of stuff. So yeah, we're just gonna be using AI to help us come up with content ideas. So yeah, let's move forward. The first thing I do is type. Well, you gotta go to the OpenAI chat.openai.com, and then you open a new chat. So a new chat opens by itself, and I usually start with hello, hello. How can I assist you today? So yeah, this is what I did over here. So hello, and I respond, hello. How can I assist you today? And yeah, the first thing you gotta do when you're creating prompts, or you wanna find out something or get some information. The first thing you need to do is not ask a question. For example, I could have easily asked a question like, can you help me come up with some content ideas? um yeah, can you help me come up with some content ideas? But that doesn't really help the AI, because you gotta provide it some context of what you're doing. So that's what I did here. That's one of the core things you gotta learn. In this content creation workflow, you have to put a lot of effort into typing. I mean, when you really think about it, it shouldn't be that hard, because this thing is gonna make your job like 500 times faster and easier. So if you gotta spend like 2 minutes typing this up, then um you really shouldn't be stressing on the fact that it takes you 2 minutes to type this, because it's gonna save you like hour plus work of time. So what I did was, um I said I need a funny one-liner ideas. I need funny one-liner ideas for posting to social media page. I aim to build a followership with a humor, I don't know. I put so. I aim to build a followership with the humor that users keep coming back to. Um, the page often to see content updates. I'm realizing now, I didn't even try to write a sentence, and the vocabulary is so bad. But let's just ignore that. You don't really have to be spot on with the vocabulary when you're typing to the AI, because it kind of has a understanding and a grasp of what you're saying. So yeah. So we continue. So far, I've been creating content that is likely to resonate with people in the workplace. For example, one piece of content I created was Office Etiquette 101, how to master the art of the passive aggressive sticky note, and then followed a series of one-liners. So basically, I'm saying this was the heading of the post: Office Etiquette um 101, how to master the art of the passive aggressive sticky note, and then following that, a series of one liners for the rest of the post. One, for example, was, to the person who leaves the coffee pots empty, welcome to your new role as director of disappointment. So if you go on the page over here, you can see that was done here: Office Etiquette 101, how to master the art of passive aggressive sticky notes. And we go the first one. I literally just came here and I was like, all right, so this post, got the organic like. I mean, I liked it, and from the account as well as this other person. So, but that's actually better than generally how the content does, because this account has been dead for a very long time. So I think it the amount of people that the account is reaching is kind of low, and the audience who it's reaching is not really the best audience for this type of company. So we're just trying to spark some engagement on the page by creating things that people find relatable. But a lot of other stuff need to be done. with creating the content, like reaching out to people, saying hi, that type of thing. But I don't really spend time doing that at this moment. But yeah, that's just another part of it. Let's go back to the content creation process. So I continued. I like a list. Oh, let me finish here. So the reason why I gave it this again was context, right? So I'm stressing this because it's very important. You need to give the AI context. For example, given an example is a prime way of giving it context. So it sees what works and what it could build on. So yeah, that's why I gave it that context. All this here, so I've been creating content that is likely to resonate with people in the workplace. I'm basically telling it that the content needs to be safe for work, it needs to be at a certain level and professional, etc. So let's continue. I'd like a list of content titles that I can make spin-offs from. Like indicated above, I'm basically explaining to the AI that I want content title here. This is content title that I can make spin-offs from. Spin-off is, for example, to the person who leaves the coffee pots empty, welcome to your new role as director of disappointment. So yeah, like indicated above, the content pieces should be able to fall under the heading title. While it is not important that you just have workplace related content, I'd like to keep it safe for work. Me mentioning again that it needs to be like workplace friendly. Can you help me come up with some content ideas? What else do you need from me to help you get this done? Unfortunately, we can see in this instance the AI didn't actually respond to this last message because I it's likely because I made so many requests over here and I was like pushing it into the direction of just giving me an answer. So this was actually just a little too much of putting this at the end here. But usually what happens is if you put something like this, it'll ask you, okay, can you tell me the audience, like what age are they, what type of things do they like, etc., etc. It would ask you, to fill in that information. So it will respond like this, but now with this specific response. It would respond and ask you those questions, and you just type it up again, maybe like 2 minutes, and then it helps you to create more targeted content. All right. So, yeah. What did it reply? It replied, "Sure, I'd be happy to help you come up with some funny one-liner content ideas for your social media page based on the workplace theme you've provided. Here are some title ideas along with potential one-liners for spin-offs." So this was a great set of stuff here. I actually used this same prompt last week. Um, and I came up with workplace Olympics, unofficial events at the office. So one liner speed typing, the only sport where your boss judges you for not making mistakes. So if you come back here, we could actually see. Well, I got a lot of music in my background. All right, so Office Olympics. All they had a different title. You can see that it's basically the same thing. Workplace Olympics. What else? Yeah, I think that was it. But I'd used some of these before. So another thing you have to check is to make certain that the things that it comes up with isn't stuff that you used before, because that is highly likely if you're going to be using the same prompts um, time and time again. Um, so it always will provide you with this thing here. So yeah, that's always to keep in mind as well. However, after seeing this, I realized that I was creating a lot of content around the workplace niche, and people might get bored. So what did I do? I told it directly. Okay, let's take a spin off from the workplace related content, as my viewers may get bored. What are some other novel content ideas we could do? And then I replied, certainly, expanding beyond the workplace related content can help you keep your audience engaged and interested. Here are some novel content ideas for your social media page. So you can see how it evolved from doing workplace content to just other types of stuff. But the core thing is that it's building from the content, well, not content, context that you provided before. So here we have pet peeve, sharing relatable annoyances we all face. This could be the title. I mean, I wouldn't put this whole thing as a title because it's kind of long. Maybe I would just put pet peeves. I'm actually started to create. Okay, I'll show you that just now. But yeah, these stuff are really good. these one liners. The only thing is that there's a bunch of different stuff, but it's only one, well, one liner. We need like a couple because, especially with this type of content, you want to have like a whole, like, what do you call this thing again, when you could scroll to multiple things? I think it's called I don't know, but you get what I'm saying. Like, you want to have like multiple, like, different ones that people could look through and enjoy, So yeah, that's the goal. All right, back here. So what I did was I decided that this is, what I wanted to go for. These are nice, relatable, funny, because I went through them. You could also go through them. They're pretty funny. So I said, let's create some more one-liners for our pet peeves, sharing the relatable annoyances we all face. So I basically just said, let's create some more one-liners, and then I copy pasted pet peeves, which is this one here. All right, and here it goes. Absolutely, here's some more one-liners for pet peeves, and boom, we have a whole bunch of them. So yeah, that's how easy it is to create content around a specific niche. But don't just take my word for it. Like, you gotta go and experiment with this process, because I have been prompting for a very long time, so I could get the responses that I want quite quickly. And I'm not a pro, but yeah, just talking to the AI and knowing how it thinks and how it works, you're able to get the kind of responses that fit what you want to do. So what I would do, I would normally create, like, I would go through all of these, and the next one I'll say is, let's create some more one-liners for. You see, I'm that lazy. I won't even type it out. All right, bad joke Fridays. Like, I'm not even looking at it in line, bro. I'm just going ham and just copying it. All right, but I'll actually put the name, the full name. So yep, cool. All right, look at the replies. Some more one-liners. So after I would do this for all of them. This is 15, so that's like 5 times 3 is 15. So yeah, this is like 3 weeks worth of stuff, because it's Monday to Friday. So these first 5 could be Monday to Friday. The second 5 Monday to Friday of the um second week, and this is the third week here. So yeah, you got like 3 weeks worth of content if you decide to use all of this. But um, well, no, sorry, not this. This, my bad. This is, the content ideas and their one-liners. My apologies for that. You want to use these as, the the content ideas, and just copy them. So you got 2 weeks here, actually. So this is the first week and this is the second week. If you like all these ideas, sometimes you won't like all these ideas. If you don't like that, here's what you could do. You just go, hey, let's create some more workplace related content ideas. All right, you see, and we got like how much more? 10 more. Yeah, we got so many to choose from, and then we just repeat this process of asking it, let's create some more one-liners for boss fails or office olympics. But you see, office olympics, it comes again. Yeah, you gotta be careful, especially when you're using these prompts, especially since it's the same prompts you're using all the time. You gotta be careful to make certain that you're not repeating things again and again, because this is actually this one here, office olympics and email follies. Yeah, elevator etiquette. Well, no, the one before was office etiquette, but you can see what I mean, right? You gotta be vigilant. Another thing to pay attention to is that AI, even though it's really accurate and it's really useful and good, it doesn't always give you 100% factual information. So, oh, look, you can see it on here. ChatGPT may produce inaccurate information about people, places, or facts. So you actually need to go through and make certain that these things make sense. Like 99% of the time, it will make sense, but trust me, as you use this thing, you will find a couple times whereby it just created something dumb, like, and it doesn't make any sense at all. So yeah, just be vigilant and make certain that you know you're looking at what you're creating. All right, so after that's done, let's go back to our process. Let's say we're creating some the pet peeves content, right? That what I do is open Canva. So like we open Canva, and yeah, we load Canva. I'll actually create an account for you. So you won't have to like pay for anything because we're gonna provide all that. And I already have LGX already has a theme that they like. Actually, they asked me to create it, so I'm just gonna share the theme with you. And yeah, it's taking some time to load. So yeah, let's open this one. So I just clicked on it, opens. It's taking some really long time to load here. I wonder if it's because so many people are on the internet. How's your day going? Mine's going fine. Thanks for asking. All right, so yeah, um, let us see. The first thing I'll do is, since this is some work that I already did, what I'll do is I'll go to File and I'll go to Make a Copy, because I don't want to like destroy this in case I need to go back through some of the designs I made to see what I did before. I mean, you could always check it on the Instagram or the Facebook, but I like to just have another copy of the new thing that I'm doing instead of like rewriting the old stuff. So after that, after it loads, usually the first thing that I do is I rename it. So was this new set of content gonna be called? It is. Oh, this is old chat. It's gonna be pet peeves. I'm not gonna use the full name because I mean, who's got time to read all that? Pet peeves. And yeah, I actually started here. Pet peeves, relatable annoyances we all face. But let me just go through the process of creating it. So I'll select all of this in here. I'm gonna give you a little tutorial on how to use this. But yeah, pet peeves. But yeah, you can see it's pretty simple. You just you know do that, copy, or mark it, and then I'm gonna change the text color now. I want to use the text color that's already in here because it's the same color as the LGX logo, which is already up here. So the document colors usually have all the colors currently in the document. This changes to red, and then I'll copy this, delete it, and yeah, just type in something like whatever. All right, so let me just close this because I already started one over here, as we can see. And yeah, I'm just gonna this is the first page. I'm actually gonna add an arrow. So usually it's on the design tab on the left here. I'll go to elements and I'll go to swipe. Maybe choose one that is more suitable to what we're doing right now. So yeah, maybe I like this arrow a lot. Usually use this arrow and everything. But I mean, it's all up to you. But you just gotta make certain the design is consistent throughout. Maybe change the color so people look at it, because everything else on the page is kind of like black, so the red really is bright. So change this color to red so people know to swipe. Maybe you could also add a word here. So let's create text box. We're gonna drag this over here. Look, let's say swipe. And yeah, that's basically how you create the content. I mean, you're gonna make certain it looks doable. Make this box a little bit smaller, drag it closer, change the color so it looks like it's associated with each other. Yeah. But yeah, I wouldn't really do this like this. Maybe I'll make it look more presentable. But this was just to show you, some ideas of things you could do. You could experiment. But yeah, I'm gonna delete. Uh, I don't know if I'm gonna delete that. Anyway, let's just move forward. I'm just getting caught up in the little things. So I'll just duplicate this page. So I keep the same theme of the page, and that's how I'm gonna create the extra pages. I'm gonna mark this again. First thing I'm gonna do is go back over here. All right. So people who stand too close in the line, great. Copy. I mark it. Copy it. Control C, and then paste it. Literally. I'm gonna make this a little smaller. Delete this on the second page. So we got a first page here. We got a second page. I'll make this more readable by changing some of the colors. People who stand, make this black. Personal space into a luxury, make this black. So yeah, makes it a little bit more readable because it's not boring. It's not just red all over. And you center it, make certain well, as you move around in Canva, you will see like the lines where the bounding boxes are. So this big one in the middle shows you when it's centered in the middle, and when you come down, that one also shows you when it's centered. What do you call it? Laterally? Yeah, laterally. So yeah, but I mean, we don't really want this lateral because we could see that this is high, this is kind of low. We just want it like a little up there, so people don't look too low on the page to see it. Then we're just gonna do the same thing again. Copy, and we're gonna select all of this. Okay, I'm a noob. And go back over here. When someone asks for your opinion, I don't think that one is that funny. Yeah, or maybe this one is cool, so let's copy this one and go back over here. Yeah, same thing again. Make certain you center it, not too high, not too low. And maybe the eternal struggle. Yeah, this word resonates with me. So this is just your personal opinion at this point. So I'll just make that red. Why must they headphone wires? Why must they? Yeah, red. Parts in my pocket. Let's make this red as well. And yeah, you can make this as long as you want, but you gotta remember that you could only fit a total of 10 different things in these. Oh yeah, they're called slides in these slides. So um it's essentially 9 pieces of extra content, and then the heading, unless you want to make the heading content as well. So these are all things you could experiment with. Right now I just put the heading in front, but maybe it's better to put the content in front because it grabs people attention faster than looking at the heading. People might see the heading and be like, oh, that's it. Especially because I don't have a swipe button or a thing that's showing people to swipe, so people might not realize that they could swipe on it. But these are all things that I should be experimenting with that I don't experiment with because I'm just doing other stuff. But I would love if you were able to experiment with that type of thing, so we could know what works, what doesn't work, and that type of stuff. So yeah. All right, let me just close this because it's a long ass freaking recording, and I hope it recorded my voice. All right, so yeah, that's it for tutorial number 1 of the content creation process. So yeah,